Welcome back to the S.O.O.N Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Jerome J. Ty Tyler, and today's segment is going to be about the Washington Commanders. It's been a long time that we talked about the Commanders. Took a little hiatus on it because the topics. I didn't want to say neutral with the topics and keep talking about the same things, but uh, it's inevitable to come back and talk to you guys about the Washington Commanders. First and foremost, we're going to start at the QB position, the quarterback position. There's a lot of people out there that might think that Carson Wentz needs to be put back in the game in the start lineup. I don't feel that way. Taylor Heineke has been doing a real good job, in my opinion. A lot of people talk about that he doesn't have a strong arm and different things of that nature. But this last game, Sunday night's game against the Giants, he aired it out when they allowed him to. Put the ball right on the money. Did he make some mistakes? Yeah, but mistakes going to happen in the game. Not making no excuses for him. Can he play a little bit better? Absolutely. But to say that he's not qualified to be the starting quarterback for this organization is just like out of hand to me. Carson Wentz had 6 starts, went 2-4, 2-5, I believe. Didn't prove no that he could be the starting quarterback. Couldn't get out of pressure with a bad offensive line. I understand the offensive line was a little bad. We wasn't running the ball as much because they said he had the big arm. They wanted to throw 40 and 50 times. So, they did that. I believe that if they do the same thing with Heineke, that the results will be different. He showed you that he could put the ball down the field. He showed you that he can take his team to a 4-1 record over the last 6 games. Man, he's just a winner, man. He just got it. So for those who and we want to, I want to just address the quarterback situation far as like, so when Taylor Heineke came in, let's go back 2-3 years ago when he came to the Washington football team at the time, which is the Washington Commanders now. He wasn't, he was on the couch at home. You know what I'm saying? He was sitting at home on the couch. You know, comes in and put up a stellar performance. In his first start. In a playoff game. So for those who didn't know that, you got to understand that that's something that he did, which allowed him to come back. He performed so good, they invited him back to the team, signed him to a 1 year, 2 year deal, comes back as the backup because they went out because they thought he wasn't enough. Went to go get Fitzpatrick, who got hurt the first game of the season. Taylor Heineke then comes in again. And the reason why I'm saying all this is because y'all think that Taylor Heineke is not a starter, and I don't feel that way. The team wasn't built around Taylor Heineke. The team wasn't uh, catered to what he do best. It was catered for other people. This year, the team wasn't catered to what Taylor Heineke do best. The team was catered to Carson Wentz. They went out and got Robinson before Carson Wentz. They wanted to establish the running game with Carson Wentz. They wanted to go get another receiver for Carson Wentz. Jahan Dotson, they wanted to go get him Carson Wentz. Everything Carson Wentz. When are we going to start building around Taylor Heineke? Nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody wants to talk about how bad he played and he don't have a strong arm and he missed some people. Well, how about build around him? He showed you can win. How about let's build around him? Moving forward, the offensive line is horrible. They don't block. They block here and there. They give them time here and there. But when it's crucial situations, they do not step up to the plate. When we got to throw the ball down the field, they do not step up to the plate. Then moving on to the defense, right? Uh, they say we got top four, top five defense. Our line is one of the best lines in the league on defensive line. I'm talking about. And my thing with that, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you need crucial stops in crucial situations, see, good defense is they get stops in crucial situations. They don't just get stops when, three and out here, three and out there, and then blame the offense and say, well, y'all leaving us on the field too long. That might be true. But guess what? Good defensive teams get stops when it's needed. Then you want to talk about putting points on the board. Well, guess what? You got to have the ball to put points on the board. This past game, this Sunday night game, they let the Giants run down their throat 3 straight times the same play. So, how good is our defense? How good is our defense? Do you want to blame the defense? Do you want to blame the defensive coordinator? And in some instances, do you want to blame the offensive coordinator? Do you want to blame the staff that they have? Do you want to blame the head coach? The play calling was terrible. Like when we played the Giants the first time, it's a 3rd and 5. You don't throw the ball, you run the ball. That means you plan for a draw. Like, I don't understand it. So all y'all people that having these, different opinions and different comments and different things like that, let's address these things. Hit me in the app, hit me, send your comments to the link and all that. We can talk about this thing. But first and foremost, the team was never built around Taylor Heineke. Second of all, our defense is not a top-rated defense. Because if you are, you're going to get stops. You're going to put the ball back into the offensive hand, like the Jacksonville Jaguars did against the Dallas Cowboys. Trevor Lawrence, he fumbled the ball with a minute and some 1 minute and like 50 seconds left. The defense get on the ball back. Guess what he do? He marched his team right down the field and got a time field goal, and then they got the interception in overtime. Not comparing, not saying that Jacksonville is a good defense or what have we, but they did that. They gave their quarterback a chance to win the game. Every time you give Taylor Heineke a chance to win the game, he has done that. He has either marched us downfield and has done that. Against Minnesota, the guy jumps off sides, right? And we don't get the ball back. They eventually, run the clock out and we never get the ball back. I believe if we get the ball back, Taylor Heineke marches us down the field and we go for a game-winning touchdown. Those are my opinions. I believe if the coaching staff would have threw the ball, when he was supposed to, I believe that we go down and we win the game. But you gotta let them play, man. You gotta let them play. I never seen somebody get held back so much. They tell him not to run. Reason how I know they tell him not to run is because 1 year ago he was running. Even this past game, they say he ain't jump for the pylon. Why is that? Why is that? So all you football critics and different things, like, understand my point of views as well. Taylor Heineke, been in the league for like 8 years. He developed, he was once not a starting quarterback. He developed himself, he learned the system, and now I believe he is a starting quarterback in this system. And all you got to do is build around him. When are we going to commit to him? When are we going to give him the keys to the car? It's like having a mechanic and he keep fixing your car, and doing all the things that he's supposed to do, but then you go to somebody else and you keep looking for another mechanic. Eventually your mechanic that looked out for you all these years is going to get tired of you and he's going to be like, well, I don't need your business. I'm good. Go to who you was going to. And I think that's what Taylor Heineke is feeling like now. Everybody want him out. He don't have a strong arm. He don't do this. He don't do that. Yeah. The things I have done, you haven't even committed to. Carson Wentz got a 2-4 start out of 6 games. And in one of those games, we won by the skin of our teeth. Matter of fact, both games. We was down the Jacksonville game. We was down horrible, right? And at the end of the fourth quarter, he threw the touchdown passes, which brought us back. And then the Chicago game, You saw that game. But I think the end, the final score was like 12-9 or 12-6 or something like that. What good game has Carson Wentz put together? We ain't just talking about numbers. I'm not a stat chaser. Like, okay, you threw for 300, 400 yards and you took an L. What difference does that make? So, yeah, we're going to be back live and direct, giving you, my point of views on the Commanders and how you feel about it. Be sure that you subscribe to the channel, the S.O.O.N Sports Podcast on YouTube, on Spotify. If you want to get on the show, you can email me at Coach J, that's the letter J, 224 at gmail.com. That's Coach J, the letter J, 224 at gmail.com. And if you want to get on the show, you can send me an email and we be in contact with you to set that up. We looking for coaches. We looking for entrepreneurs. We looking for high school, middle school, college basketball players, head coaches, assistant coaches. We looking for schools, that we can interview and put you on a platform and basically, get your story and how you came about doing whatever it is you do. I'm trying to create this platform for everybody that is somebody, And if that's you, again, send us a email on coachj224@gmail.com. That's it. That's the end of this segment. Hopefully we get in the playoffs. We got to win. We got to win out. We can't take no more L's. 3 straight games. We got San Francisco coming up, and we're going to see where that goes. We're going to get into some basketball, Wizards, and a lot of other sports, local sports, college sports, different things of that nature. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be in touch. We out.